But this is the place they claim is really the governing body in Ireland, Maynooth, which ironically some historians argue was built by the best intentions of London to prevent Irish clergy bringing the worst intentions of revolutionary Europe back to Ireland. Home rule is Rome rule, they paint on the Belfast walls. What would they paint on these hallowed walls? Ne temere, divorce, contraception, special position.
That's not bad. Yes, it makes it that wee bit more...
How do you feel about the bishops?
The bishops, well, I don't have much to do with them. You know, they're in now and again, you see them walking around, but I don't know them very well, you know, or anything.
No.
But,
they moved into the college and mixed and met with the students.
You know, but I don't know much about them.
Well, the talk on him about birth control or anything like that, is that any debated here in the university, like?
Well, it's died down a lot now, you know.
It's not as prominent as it was.
As it was,
no.
No,
this is the thing, like, you know, I think it's getting a wee bit more down to earth that you don't want.
Really,
yeah. I think brainwash, no. Not me, anyhow. No, pardon, yes?
From your point of view now, do you think the Catholic Church exerts much influence from here on Southern Ireland, or even Ireland as a whole, from your point of view now?
Well, it has influence, all right, you can't deny that, but I think, like, people are more inclined to think now themselves than be influenced from above.
What do you think of this man? Is this man?
Well, is this your own? Is this your own thing? I seen that. I seen you down there now.
You might as well do it tonight.
You may as well crack up. Let it all hang out. So it's your scene, isn't it?
We do have this in Belfast as well.
You have this in the students too. You get a few nutters, you know, as people like to call them, you know. But it's your
You're not
thing.
very well pleased.
Well, you're different, aren't you?
Yes, you're original.
What do you think the position of the church is regarding Maynooth College? Oh, sound as a bell. We pass no heed on them, and you know, I just tag along. And
what are you studying yourself?
I'm doing history and sociology.
No, you are.
Your intentions to go into it?
I know, oh God, not at all. No. I have a brother a cleric, all right.
Maybe just say
but I better go on. Good luck.
Would you like to put all your accusations about brainwashing to them?
No. Just what would your views? What's your views on as regards the birth control? Are you for this, or when I say with the present cost of living, as you'd probably know yourself, the whole economic structure at the 2 or 3 kids would be quite ample.
Isn't that a decision though for the family concerned? You know, I'm not the type to make up any other man's mind.
The Roman Catholic Church have made this clear that people have no say. I wouldn't agree with that. No, that's not. I wouldn't agree with that.
The present tendency, the present thinking in the churches is that responsible parenthood is what's the emphasis has been put in responsible parenthood at the moment, you know. So in a way, it's a sin to have too big a family, like the one that you're asked to educate.
Like now, but
it is the present thinking, the modern theologians, you know.
The modern theologian, you know.
What about the statement the Pope made?
Well, that's an ideal presented to Catholics,
And it's up to their own consciences to decide whether they can subscribe to that ideal or not, you know.
Doesn't Maynooth in itself close its eyes to the fact that there are over 1 million Protestants in the north, by the fact that the church claims to speak for a 32 county Ireland, when in fact we know that Ulster is by herself with Great Britain?
I think you're being a bit unfair to us. For example, we had Roy Bradford down the other night talking to us, you know. There have been quite a number of Protestants down. We have Protestants coming in from Trinity and so on. We have Archbishop Sims down, you know, trying to listen to the other point of view.
You got to appreciate you're listening to a lot of politicians. These are the wrong people now. We're only working class. I'm only a lorry driver. I drive in the shipyard.
Well, let's hear your opinion then. Let them hear
This is what I'm saying. I'm only a shipyard worker. I'm not Roy Bradford. I wouldn't give a damn if Roy Bradford walked in here now, because as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't speak for me. And I don't think anybody else would.
Certainly doesn't speak for
me. He doesn't speak for me, because those people can relay to you a message which is maybe a false hope.
Both of you teaching sisters,
I am, yes.
could I ask you your opinion on integrated education? Do you not think it would be a good thing for the community generally to let them get their teaching from the church outside of the schools?
Actually, I teach in England, and I would
Yes.
say that, in a sense, we have integrated education. But what I would like
Speaking
to
about Ireland,
you are, I know, but looking at Ireland, even, you know, coming from England, I would still say what I would like to see here is more integration in the sense of boys and girls being educated together. It's a parental choice that they want their children to be brought up in the faith, their own faith, and they feel that within this situation, education is an important thing. It's sort of more or less the household of the faith.
Just to get the answer
could I
off
say-
our two friends here as regards when someone goes to confession now, we're understood that money passes hands for this. Is this true?
No.
Nothing like that. And what would your attitude be to a non-professional IRA man coming in? Say, for instance, after in like the Upper Corn disaster, I would like to know what you would say to this man.
I would ask him to consider the seriousness of what he's done and the harm that he's done to human life and all the rest of it. And I would ask him, I would try to find out if he thought that he had committed any sin. And if he didn't think that, I would try and convince him that he had. But
in the north, we are told that the Catholic Church is unholy because it goes through the sculptures and various things that gets here. Yet we are taught as Presbyterians, etc., to more or less you're going direct to God rather than through what's the word they use, intermediaries.
Even the Virgin Mary or any of the saints, the statues of the saints.
This is a big stumbling block in
instance-
the north, because up in the north we are very religious.
Yeah.
And this is really a stumbling block because there's this difference here.
I think it's ridiculous to think of a difference between Catholics and Protestants. Anyway, I'm a clerical student now. I'll be ordained a priest next year. And really, I don't know if I know the difference between Catholics and Protestants or if I'm worried. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a Christian. They're trying to be Christian. Christian religion is a very dynamic thing. We're all going to have our own ways of expressing it. I'd never try to convert a Protestant as such.
Can I ask you a straightforward question, a lot is, now we're standing here, we're down this for this RTE film. Do you think we're also talking to weird bigots? Well, like a straightforward answer. Do you think we're bigots?
No, by the very fact you're talking, you wouldn't be a bigot. You know, the very fact there's communication and dialogue is a sure sign there's no bigotry there.
Well, this is the thing, you see, this is not a set-up thing. Although they're filming, it's not set up the way we're talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking as me, Jim's talking as him, we're asking a few questions. There's a whole lot of thing that's been mythical, but there's a whole lot of, I firmly believe like the Roman Church is definitely behind everything. And your teachings and your birth control and your
I would
education.
question the depth of your understanding of what they teach and your knowledge of what they teach. You know, too many things are accepted and not questioned. That would seem to me on both sides.